this international e-internship program. And it is a very unique program because it is between the young people who are aspiring to be working in the international field, and it is being directed by people who have worked in United Nations. We have selected the subject, or even you have selected the subject of biodiversity and climate change. These two subjects are on a top priority of every country. Not COVID-19 pandemic. I'm going to talk about the second one, plastic pandemic, and why it is called pandemic in the first place. The occasion is that we are declaring, or rather Ferguson College is declaring their campus free of single-use plastic. The Smart Campus Cloud Network has initiated this program with the active participation of Ferguson College way back in 2016, when the students of Ferguson College took a pledge that they will make their campus free of single-use plastic. And Ferguson College, being a part of the network of Smart Campus Cloud, they have succeeded in doing it, and that is the occasion why I'm talking about the importance of this event.
We are in fact facing a plastic pandemic. Not because plastic is a harmful material, it's also a life-saving material. Many of the most important things we need and we use in everyday life, like medicines, food, are often packaged in plastic and help us survive. It is our complete disregard and mismanagement of this plastic that has led us to where we are. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi declaring that India would become single-use plastics free by 2022. Now we are in 2021, Rajendra ji, and we have experienced and are continuing to experience a global pandemic. And the emergence of plastic, especially single-use plastic, in the form of face masks, so surgical masks, and many other items that are perceived to help protect people, are all made of plastics and are also continuing, they are also being disposed of irresponsibly. So the problem of plastic waste management has only increased, but civil society's awareness and consciousness has improved tremendously.
National Hydrogen Mission is about emerging solutions of climate crisis. Extremely fortunate to have Ambassador of Norway in India, His Excellency Ferdinand, the United Nations former Under Secretary General Erik Solheim, along with the Counselor General of Norway in Mumbai, Arne Jan Flolo, for the event in Pune to talk about India-Norway collaboration on clean hydrogen energy. This energy is not just clean, but it makes a clean sweep by outreaching it to the poorest of the poor people
It also talks about the affordability of the energy. It talks about energy efficiency, and it talks about energy sustainability. It is the first event in an Indian university in an academic world to start what is called as extreme important activities on research and development on national hydrogen mission and contribute to India-Norway cooperation, as well as realizing our Prime Minister's dream of 24/7 clean energy for all.
And let me begin by first thanking Chinese Biodiversity Conservation and Green Development Foundation for making sure that the right kind of expertise all around the world come under one title today during the World Elephant Day. I was very pleased to see Ian, who is, I must say, who is my teacher on elephants, because for the first time I realized that how elephants help mitigating climate change. And later on I started studying, and then I understood that they not only mitigate, but they also create some kind of a resilience in the communities in case the communities are ready to take some lessons. My suggestion is that these are the spots in a various degrees the elephants are getting either scarce, their numbers are decreasing. Some of them are called as probably near to the extinction. And Amy told us how many are likely to be in a critically endangered species and how many are red list, etc. But there is a need to form a working network. I know forming a network of all these countries where the elephants roam about is not a new idea at all. But what I'm saying is, form the network of universities who teach the biology, who teach the various international agreements, form the network of those universities and undertake the research, field visits, and field research in order to understand the ethology and the morality about protecting the elephants. And these are about 13 countries which are shown here about the Asian elephants. And I'm proposing to form a network of the universities who can take the practical projects as well as research for doing it. And we have the basis for that.
Hello, my name is Prerna Agarwal. I am the founder of Ecosphere Connect from Pune. Since 2012 and till 2015, I was actively working at Kars Plateau, trying to understand the impacts of tourism, the ecological impacts of tourism on the native ecological communities here. And my findings have shown that, because of human trampling, even if 500 people walk on a certain patch, that patch doesn't recover. So imagine the impact that's happening if there are 100,000 people walking on the same patch. And based on these lines, and today when I was driving up from Satara to Kars, we saw invasive species like lantana, like alternanthera spreading. Then there is always a concern of waste, because with tourism there is also waste. So on one side the tourism is doing really well in terms of supporting local economy, local communities. But at the same time, my concern is biodiversity conservation on the plateau. So today's community dialogue with the villagers of Kars was based on these lines, where we discussed how we can together conserve biodiversity for nature-based tourism. I think that's what Kars needs. We don't need eco-tourism, we need nature-based tourism. And the people here are convinced with this idea, and they, I think going forward together we'll be finding workable solutions to make this a reality and to make Kas a model for, as a natural UNESCO World Heritage Site and community based nature based tourism. So thank you so much for that.